You were not born to live a small life. You were born with infinite potential. Somewhere deep within you lies a spark, a power so vast that if you knew how to harness it, nothing would ever be the same again. You see, the greatest tragedy in life is not death. The greatest tragedy is living a life beneath your potential, never discovering that you had the keys to unlock the entire universe within your own mind. Now, I want you to lean in. I want you to listen not with your ears, but with your spirit. Because what I'm about to share isn't just motivation, it's the truth of who you are. Most people are wandering through life with their eyes wide open, but their minds completely shut. They accept what they see around them as fixed, as reality. But the truth is, reality is flexible. Reality bends to your perception of it. And that perception, it's shaped by the programming in your subconscious mind. If you want to change your life, if you truly want to live the dream that lives inside of you, you cannot just wish. You must reprogram. You must strip away the old conditioning and install a new operating system. That's what the greats did. That's what Napoleon Hill taught. That's what I lived. And that's what I'm going to teach you right now. You've got to understand your mind operates like a garden. If you don't plant the right thoughts, weeds will grow. And those weeds, fear, doubt, lack, limitation, they've been seeded into your subconscious since the day you were born. By parents who didn't know better, teachers who didn't understand, a society that survives on keeping you small, but no more. You're going to learn how to uproot those weeds. And here's the first law. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is always moving into form, through form and out of form. Every thought you hold has a frequency. That frequency either brings you closer to your goal or further away. When you hold a thought long enough, with enough emotion, it moves into the physical plane. That's not fantasy, that's physics. Now, most people don't hold a thought long enough. They're constantly switching channels. One moment they're thinking abundance, then the next moment fear takes over. They shift back to scarcity. That inner switch destroys manifestation. You've got to become fixed obsessed in a healthy way with the picture of the life you desire. And here's the trick. It must already feel real to you before it's real to the world. Take a look around you. Everything you can see, every object, every structure, every invention first existed in the mind of someone who dared to believe it was possible. That's the law of all creation. And you, my friend, are a creator. You're not here to react. You're here to generate. The greatest minds didn't react to circumstances. They created them. And that same creative power is in you. Let me tell you something I wish the whole world understood. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. If you repeat a thought often enough, with enough belief, your subconscious accepts it as true. And when it does, it begins to rearrange everything in your world to make that thought your reality. People call it luck. It's not luck. It's law. And here's what I want you to do. Stop trying to figure out how your dream will come true. That's not your job. Your job is to decide what you want, and then act as if it's already done. The universe responds to clarity and conviction, not confusion, not hesitation. If you doubt, you delay. But if you decide, you accelerate. You've got to live from the inside out, not from circumstance, not from statistics, not from the past. Those are prisons of thought. You live from vision. You live from imagination. That's the first step to stepping into your infinite power. And let me be clear, this power doesn't belong to the elite. It doesn't require a degree. It doesn't ask for your resume. It only responds to one thing, your awareness. And your awareness is expanding right now. You were not born to struggle. You were not born to suffer. And you were certainly not born to blend in with the crowd. You were born to lead yourself, to make powerful, irrevocable decisions, and to live by those decisions until your results match your vision. But let me make something crystal clear. Nothing in your life changes until you make a decision. And when I say decision, I don't mean interest. I don't mean saying, I hope things change. Hope is not a strategy. I mean a clear, conscious act of work, a committed internal command that says, this is what I want, this is who I will become, and I will not turn back. You see, most people are stuck because they've never truly made a decision. They're waiting for conditions to be perfect. They're waiting for more money, more confidence, more support. But you don't wait to be ready. You decide, and then readiness follows. Decision is power. Decision aligns your energy. Decision calls unseen forces into your life that move mountains for you. Every successful man or woman you admire, without exception, made a decision long before the world ever noticed them. They decided to commit when no one was watching. They said yes to the dream when it was just a whisper. They didn't wait for proof. They became the proof. I want you to feel that right now. That burning desire inside of you is life itself, asking you to decide. And when you do, when you finally say, I'm going all in, your paradigm, the mental program that's been running your life, starts to break. That's when you'll feel fear. And that's good, because fear is the border of the life you've known. Push through it, and you enter a whole new world. Let's talk about fear. Fear is not real in the way most people think. Fear is a creative misuse of imagination. You imagine a negative outcome, and your body reacts as if it's already happened. But you're the one generating the image. You're the projector. So change the film. Begin to imagine a life so rich, so vibrant, so joyful. It pulls you forward with excitement. Use fear as fuel, because just behind your fear is your next breakthrough. Now I want to introduce you to another law, the law of cause and effect. This law says that every effect has a specific cause. Nothing happens by accident. Results don't just show up. They are the fruit of consistent causes. Your thoughts, your choices, your habits, your belief. If you want different results, you must become the cause. That means changing how you think. But not just thinking positive thoughts once or twice. I mean saturating your mind every day with the image of the life you want. Writing your goals daily. Speaking life over yourself, acting as if it's already done. That's when your vibration changes. And when your vibration changes, your results follow. You attract people, ideas, opportunities, and resources that match your new frequency. Now let's take this deep. I want you to understand that persistence is more powerful than intelligence. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to know it all. But you do need to persist. You need to decide that you're going to keep going no matter what. Most people quit when it gets hard, but the ones who persist, they rise. Persistence breaks resistance. Persistence overrides doubt. Persistence rewires your nervous system for success. Every time you persist in the face of fear, your brain gets the message. This is who we are now. And when your identity changes, your life changes. Do not let temporary discomfort rob you of a permanent destiny. The discomfort of discipline is far better than the pain of regret. So be bold. Be unreasonable. Be willing to look foolish. The world will catch up. They always do. The people who laughed at the Wright brothers later bought plane tickets. The ones who mocked Edison later installed his light bulbs. You are in good company. Now let's bring in another principle. The law of vibration. Everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your emotions are energy. Your body is energy. Your goals are energy. And what you're vibrating, you're attracting. If you're vibrating lack, fear, or doubt, you will continue to attract people and situations that match that. But if you hold a vibration of confidence, abundance, and peace, you draw in the life you desire. And vibration is not a mystery. You control it through repetition, environment, and emotion. What are you repeating daily? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What emotions are you allowing to dominate your day? Those three factors shape your vibration, and your vibration is your most powerful tool in this universe. Let me leave you with this truth. You're never waiting on the universe. The universe is waiting on you. It's waiting for you to step up. It's waiting for you to decide. It's waiting for you to break free of the old story and claim your power. When you change, everything changes. So don't chase the money. Become the person who naturally attracts money. Don't chase love. Become the person who radiates love. Don't chase success. Become success. You were born to lead your life, not follow your limitations. And I want you to remember something every time you hear my voice. You already have everything you need. It's in you. The dream you've been given, that's proof the seed already exists. Water it with belief. Feed it with persistence. Protect it with decision.
and let it grow into a life beyond anything you've ever imagined.
Everything that's ever been created, from the pyramids to the internet, was first created in the mind, the airplane, the smartphone, the skyscraper, the great symphonies, the revolutions. They all began as invisible thoughts. That's the power you have. You can take an idea, hold it in your consciousness with unwavering focus, and bring it into form. Now here's the question. What are you building in your mind? Because whether you're aware of it or not, you are always creating. The mind never stops. The universe doesn't pause. You're either designing the life you want or defaulting into the life you fear. There's no neutral ground. So I ask you, are you thinking like a creator or are you reacting like a victim? There's a part of you, a higher side of your nature that knows. It knows what you're capable of. It knows the path. It doesn't shout. It whispers. That's your intuition. And it's not random. It's the voice of your spirit. It's the direct line to infinite intelligence. But you've got to listen. We've been trained to ignore that voice, to silence our inner knowing. We seek advice. We run in circles. We hesitate. But the truth is, you already know. Your intuition is always guiding you. The question is, will you trust it? You've had those moments, haven't you? Where something inside said, do it. Say yes. Go there. And when you followed it, doors opened. That's not luck. That's alignment. That's being in harmony with universal law. Let's talk about the law of compensation. This law says you are always compensated in direct proportion to the value you deliver and the difficulty there is in replacing you. That means your income is a reflection of your personal growth. The more you grow, the more you give. The more you give, the more you receive. Not sometimes, always. So ask yourself, am I becoming more valuable? Am I expanding my mind, my skills, my awareness? Because wealth doesn't chase laziness. It chases clarity, creativity, and contribution. And you have all three within you right now. Now I want you to imagine something. Imagine you've already become the person you desire to be. You wake up with purpose. You move with confidence. You speak with power. You make decisions quickly and clearly. You're generous, you're joyful. You're wealthy in every way. Spiritually, emotionally, financially. Hold that image in your mind. Feel it, taste it, breathe it in. Because here's the truth, you don't get what you want. You get who you are. So become it now. Think like the person you want to be. Feel like them. Show up like them. That's how you shift your vibration. That's how you tell the universe, I'm ready. And as you do, things begin to move. People appear, opportunities emerge. Coincidences line up. And the more you trust, the more flows to you. Why? Because the universe is always listening to your frequency. And your frequency is dictated by your dominant thoughts and feelings. Let's go even deeper. The law of sacrifice teaches that to move to a higher level, you must give up something of a lower nature. You can't take the old story with you. You can't keep the excuses. You can't keep waiting for permission. There comes a time when you must sacrifice the familiar for the extraordinary. That's the price of greatness. That's the price of freedom. You've got to let go of the identity that says I'm not enough. Because that voice isn't you. It was programmed. It was installed. And now it's time to uninstall it permanently. You do that by writing a new story, by choosing a new paradigm, by stepping into the unknown and saying, this is who I am now. I know it's scary. Growth always is. But fear is a sign that you're close to a new level, close to the breakthrough. So don't run from it, stand in it, let it stretch you. Because on the other side of that fear is your true life. Now listen to me closely. You were never meant to stay small. You are a spiritual being gifted with infinite potential. The power that spins planets and orchestrates galaxies flows through you. It doesn't care where you came from. It doesn't care what mistakes you've made. It only cares about your vibration now. Are you willing to step up, to own your power, to walk in your calling? This is your moment. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now, let this be the moment where everything shifts, where you draw a line in the sand and say, I'm done playing small. I'm done doubting. I'm done living by fear. From this moment forward, I create deliberately. I live purposefully. I move boldly. I trust the voice within me. And don't just do it for yourself, do it for everyone who's watching you. Your family, your future children, the people who will never meet you, but whose lives will be better because you decided to rise. You are the example. You are the one breaking generational pattern. You are the one shifting timelines. You are the one proving what's possible. So what do you do next? You keep going. Every day. Every hour. You hold the image. You affirm the vision. You act in alignment. And you never quit. Because when the decision is firm, the way always appears. The universe has no choice but to respond to a made-up mind. One last thing, never forget how powerful you are. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need perfect circumstances. You need only a clear decision, a bold vision, and the willingness to persist. The greatest investment you'll ever make is in yourself. The greatest return you'll ever receive is from the value you bring to the world. And the greatest regret you'll ever feel is not going after the life that was always yours to claim. But that won't be your story. Because now you've awakened. And now it's time to build the life only you were born to live.